Hello everyone who found the time and energy to click on this video and maybe to watch it. I appreciate it a lot. If you're a new person here and it's your first time watching me and my videos, then I invite you to join me and my small community collective of people here on this channel and to subscribe. So guys, here for those of you who are new, we are talking about changes in our life, things that we can change in order to become better version of ourselves. We are also talking about some big global changes that are taking place in our world right now or will take place in the nearest future. But mostly I'm trying to focus your attention on your life, how you can improve your life. But please remember that if you want to stay with me and people here on this channel, that you need to know that changes that we are trying to make here, these are not external changes. I will not invite you guys or just give you advice on how to go to gym and how to change your body or whatever, how to make a daily routine that will be beneficial for you. No, I'm not focusing on the external world and things that you can change in your physical reality. I want you to focus on changes in your inner world, in your mind, in your soul, and how your brain works, how you perceive reality. Because trust me, when you will make some changes in your inner world, inside you, within you, you will start to see that changes in your external reality, in your physical world, will happen automatically and naturally, in a natural way. They will be a following element of your changes within yourself. Okay, so you first make changes inside you, and then you will see changes that occur in your external world reality, in your physical reality. So guys, another change that I want to talk with you about today is how we tend to see people. I've already talked about it a few times, and I said that I honestly prefer to see people in a positive light more than in their negative light. But today I want to focus more on just how our brain works. I want to talk about something that is a part of us, people, and our way of being. And I don't want to be critical about it, because I just understand that it is a natural part of us. But trust me guys, we can change it, because when we are in a constant connection with our consciousness, with our higher self, we are able to take control over our brain and our mind and to reprogram it to work in a different way, okay, to see things in a different way, to make a new calls, in your brain. So this thing is judging others. This is not a secret, I guess, for none of you. It's not a secret that we people, we are judgmental beings, okay? We are judging everything around us. We are judging places, people, situations, because this is how our brain works. In order to make some conclusions about people against situations, our brain first needs to observe and then to judge something, to make some kind of conclusions, to make some kind of statements about specific person or place or situation that happened, okay? So it's our brain is collecting data, by judging everything around us, and then makes inner Wikipedia in our mind or something like that, inner library inside our head. But usually guys, what I don't like about our judgmental nature is that unfortunately our brain likes to, and we and our brain together, we like to judge things and people and places more in a negative way, okay? We like to make negative statements about people, about our world, about situations that happen. We like to create some negative, scripts and scenarios in our mind about how situation can resolve some specific situation that happens in your life. When we think about other people, we judge them in a negative way, from the very first meeting beginning. We are trying to create this version of them in our mind, that probably this person will be like that, like this and like that, two-faced and toxic and so on. And yeah, guys, there are so many people, like in my life, but I think in your life as well, who really like to judge others and say something negative about other people, okay? Especially very popular word right now is like toxic people, like toxic person, toxic relationship, toxic situation, toxic work environment, toxic school, toxic class, whatever, okay? Everything around us is toxic. This is how people like to describe something that impact us in a negative way. Because when you think about what is toxicity, it means that there is something or someone who is like a toxin and is poisoning us in some way. But since people are not, they are not poison. People's situations, places around us, they don't have like poison. This is just a metaphoric word, okay, toxic. But when we say that someone or something is toxic, what we actually mean, I think, is that this person or this place or this situation cause us to feel some negative emotions. So it's like sharing with us some kind of negative energy, okay? And in one of my videos where I talked about about the fact that we people, we are energy producing machines, I said that not only we are able to produce energies, also situations that happen, they can produce energy. And the people who are taking a part of this, people who are a part of this situation, they are being impacted by the negative energy that this situation produced, okay, created. So yeah, guys, when we feel that there is a place that impacts us in a negative way, or there is a person who makes us to feel some bad emotions, some negative emotions, some kind of like stress, anxiety, or just is triggering us, we tend to say that this is toxic, okay? But guys, the problem is, and this is what I want people to start to work on and try to change, because I've changed it in my life, and now I can see the like positive results, like how it changed my life for the better, is that when we are judging everything around us, like let's say people, again, places, situations, there is a lack of understanding. There is a lack of understanding what are reasons behind someone else's behavior, what is the reason behind a specific situation that occurs in your life. Okay, we are not, our brain is programmed to only collect this data, but then to not try to find the background behind the situation, or again the reasons why this person acts in a specific way, in a toxic way. Okay, our brain doesn't want to do additional work. I would say additional work, okay? Because when there is a situation, okay, let's say some negative situation that occurs in your life, what your brain does is just like judging this situation, this person, and just makes some kind of negative conclusions, okay? So you start to think that this person is toxic because with this person you have experienced some kind of toxic situation, negative situation, okay? But then your brain doesn't want to do additional job, to additional work, and to try to think what is the reason for this situation to occur in your life, what is the reason for this person to be toxic. Your brain doesn't want you to think about what if this person is not toxic, but maybe it's just like something in you that is being triggered by this person's behavior. You know, we people, we don't like to judge ourselves. Like, actually, I've made one video about like being judgmental towards yourself, but this is only about some group of people, okay? There are a lot of people who don't like to judge themselves. They only like to judge everything around them, especially others, you know, to judge other people and saying like, this girl is toxic, this boy is two-faced, this boy is like toxic masculine, this person has toxic masculinity or something like that, okay? And then you will never hear this person saying that, oh my God, yes, I can be toxic person as well sometimes. Yes, I know I've done something wrong to this person. Yes, I can be I can be two-faced sometimes. You will never hear something like that from this person, okay? So yeah, this is actually interesting. I think this is a protection mechanism of our brain. It's like judging others, judging places, judging situations, but then not to judge yourself, because otherwise it will mean that you are a toxic person as well, okay? You can be a toxic person. And trust me, your brain doesn't want you to think that you can be in your negative attributes, you can be in your negative light. Your brain wants you to think that you are some kind of a saint person, you are always this victim one, you are always this good one, and other people around you, they are toxic, they are bad. They have to work on themselves, but then you have nothing to blame yourself for. And I'm not saying that you need to start to blame yourself and trying to find some negative things inside you, but just to find this understanding that usually, again, I said there is a lack of understanding when we judge everything around us. I want you to find the way to do this additional work that your brain doesn't want to do. And next time when you will see some person as a toxic, or some situation as toxic, some place as a toxic environment, I want you to do this additional work, and try to analyze and find the reasons and background for this person acts, for this person's behavior, for this situation, why this situation happened, for toxic environment, let's say work environment. Why do you think this environment is toxic? Maybe because this environment triggers something inside you. Maybe there are some traumas and complexes inside you that you are blind to and you don't want to heal. So instead of looking inside you and trying to find things that caused you to be triggered by specific people or situations, you prefer to just put this work on someone else and just put this work away, this inner work away, and just say, no, I don't have to work on anything in myself. I'm the perfect person, I'm the saint person. So these people, they are toxic because this girl is two-faced and this boy is, I don't know, egocentric or selfish and so on. It's so easy, it's so easy to live like that, always blaming others, always judging others, not seeing anything to improve in yourself, not seeing something that is needed to be healed inside you. But trust me, guys, when you will start to do this additional additional work next time, when your brain will start to judge someone or something, when you will do this additional work, you will see that there are actually so many reasons and things behind someone else's behavior. For example, there is a person, there is a girl at your school, or maybe there's a girl at your work who you think is toxic person. I don't know, maybe she's attention seeker, maybe because this girl is two-faced, maybe she likes to talk about others behind their back. So you think this girl is toxic. Ask yourself, please, guys, this is just an example, okay? Have you done this additional work and tried to find the reason why this girl acts this way? What can be the reason why she acts like this? Maybe she is attention seeker right now because at her school, when she was young, she never gets attention. And now she's trying to, she wants to experience it now because she never was in the center of attention. If she likes to talk about others behind their back, what if this is what she learned from her, I don't know, environment, from her family? Maybe her family is toxic and everyone is talking about others behind their back, and this is why she acts like this, because she learned how to do things from other people. Again, guys, we don't like to search for the reasons why something happens, why someone acts a specific way. But I think it's a very crucial part, about our judgmental nature, that we need to acknowledge. This is the first thing, and then to work on, finding this understanding, and then also trying to change, to reprogram our mind to, next time when to reprogram our mind to think another way or to work in other way. Like, instead of just judging people, places, and situations from the very beginning and making some conclusion, you can teach your brain first to judge someone, but then also do this additional work and try to find reasons for why this person, again, acts in a specific way, why this situation occurs in your life. What caused this situation to occur in your life? Why do you think that your environment, like school environment, family environment, is toxic? If you are in a relationship, please, I want you to program your mind to start searching for reasons why you think your relationship can be toxic, if you think that your relationship is toxic. Maybe this is because none of you, like you and your partner, you don't want to work on yourself. Of course, if you are only in your negative light, both you and your partner, and none of you want to do this inner work, this shadow work inside you, within you, of course you will see this relationship as toxic, because you will only produce negative energy all the time, both of you. Remember, you are the energy producing machine. Guys, we all have double nature, okay? Like, for those of you who know what frequencies are, I call it like the core frequency. So this is your light self, your core frequency, your true nature, this love and light inside you. And then there is an ego frequency, which is a parasite frequency. We don't choose to tap into, our higher self doesn't choose to tap into ego frequency, but instead this ego frequency is constantly attacking our higher self and forcing it to be connected with it. And then we can feel this animal inside us, we can feel this ego inside us, and this is when we start to act more as our negative self, okay, our dark self, light self and dark self. But for those of you who don't know what frequencies are, you don't have to make any kind of investigation or just like trying to find the information about frequencies. You don't have to do it if you are not interested in it. You can just think about it as, again, our like light self and dark self, okay? We have like shadow self and the light self, and depending on what we choose to dominate in our life, which of these two options we choose to be dominant in our life, we act as a specific way and people see us in a specific way. So when you think about someone being toxic, guys, please, I want you to think about whether this person is acting from his light self or dark self. And if you think that this person is constantly showing his negative attributes, his dark self, then maybe this person unconsciously allowed this ego mind, this shadow self, to dominate in his life. And you cannot blame people for this. You cannot blame people for this, because, as I said, oftentimes people allowed this negative self to dominate, this dark self dominate in their life unconsciously, just because we don't really want to do this inner work, or when there are nothing positive around us, when we experience many like traumas and negative past experiences, we unconsciously allowed this dark side of us to dominate in our life, and then we act as a toxic people. Yes, we can be two-faced. Yes, we can be selfish. Yes, we can be egoistic, egocentric. But I want you to think about, guys, I want you to think about whether you never allowed your dark self to dominate in your life. Do you really think that you are a perfect person, that you are a saint person? I want you to think about, like, do you never experience being two-faced? Are you really always a good person? Or are you a normal person who sometimes acts from this light self, and sometimes you allow this negative self to dominate in your life? Because when you will start to make this analyze process in your head, when you will start to analyze things and trying to find the answers for these questions that I've just mentioned, I'm 100% sure that you will come into conclusion that unfortunately none of us is a perfect person, none of us is a sane person. And as well as this person in your life is toxic sometimes, you can be toxic. So why are we judging other people if we can be like that sometimes also? Why are we saying that someone is like this and like that if we sometimes can be like that? We are not saying. So guys, please, the thing that I want you to change in your life, inside you, within you, is to reprogram your mind and your brain to work in a different way. Instead of just judging others and making a negative statements and conclusions and negative version of people inside your mind, I want you to teach your brain how to also do this additional work and try to find reasons for other, like, it's not finding excuses. No, I'm not talking about finding excuses, but trying to find the real reasons why this situation occurs in your life, why you have experienced what you have experienced, or why are you experiencing what you are experiencing right now, and why it has impacted you in a negative way, impacting you. If there is a person in your life or people who you think are toxic because they caused you to feel, because when you are around them you feel uncomfortable, because they caused you to feel some kind of negative emotions, they caused you some kind of stress and anxiety in your life, please think about the reasons behind this people behavior. Think about whether you have never done something like they're doing in your life. And also please think about why you can be triggered by this person's behavior, because trust me guys, there are so many situations in our life when there is a person who we don't really like, and this person maybe doesn't like us. There is like some kind of tension between us. We think that this person is toxic, and what is actually going on is this person is a karmic person in our life, and this person is in our life to teach us some kind of lessons, even if these lessons are not pleasant. But also there are so many people in our life who were put it on our way by the universe to show us what we need to heal inside ourselves. Like, trust me guys, when I changed my job, my work, 4 or 5 months ago, and I started to work in a new work environment, and there are like so many people, like my co-workers, there are so many of people that I work together with there, and there are some people that caused me to feel uncomfortable or just feel some negative stuff, some negative emotions. And first I thought like, yeah, maybe these people are toxic, but then I suddenly realized, what if these people are here in my work environment, in my life? They appeared in my life to show me something that I need to heal inside me. And guys, trust me, during this 4 months, just by the existence of these people in my life, I've healed so many things inside me. Because trust me, each person who is my co-worker in this new work environment can show me something different that I need to heal inside me. Because when I'm triggered by someone else's behavior, oftentimes it's actually something in me that is still need to be acknowledged and accepted. This is all about this acceptance of things that we need to work on. Remember guys, healing process is a constant process. You will never be 100% healed version of you. We are changeable beings, but also there is a constant healing journey in our life. Every day you can find something to heal, okay? And trust me, there is no more important, more useful tool in your life to show you what you need to heal than other people that are present in your life. And then when you are triggered by their behavior, when you think that they are toxic, actually oftentimes it's because you need to heal something inside you. Because maybe these people, they remind you of your negative attributes. Maybe these people remind you of some negative situations that you have experienced in your past, and you need to heal them because these were some past traumas. Maybe these people, they showed you the dark version of you that you don't want to be anymore, and you want to improve yourself and to become a better version of yourself. Maybe these people who you think are toxic actually experience something similar to what you have experienced, and you can actually relate to these people behavior, even if you think that they are toxic, because maybe you think like, okay, so if this person experienced what I have experienced, but you know, maybe I were more stronger to go through this and to not become this dark version of me, but maybe this person was more weaker, you know, or weaker than me, and even though this person experienced the same thing as I have experienced, unfortunately this person unconsciously allowed this dark self to dominate in his life or her life. So guys, this is my message for today. Please, this is the change that I want you to work on, to try to implement in your life, and just, you know, see then what will happen. See how many things you can heal inside yourself when you start to find the reasons for other people's behavior, when you start to finding reasons for why you are experiencing specific things in your life, why there are situations that occur in your life. Why do you think that you are in a toxic environment? Trust me guys, so many things will change in your life if you will allow this inner change to appear first, to occur first within you. So I love you all, my friends. Please remember that it's better to see people in their light self, to see people in a better light, because trust me, you want people to see you in your better light. So why don't you see other people in more positive way, not in a negative way? If you don't like to judge yourself, why are you constantly judging other people and places and situations? Okay, it's a beautiful day and I need to go to my work, so I hope you will all have a good day. Bye.